clearly seen the oppression of my people who are in Egypt, and I have heard their cry because of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. So I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up from the land to a good and large land, to a land flowing with milk and honey, to a place of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites, the Perizzites and the Havitites and the Jebusites. May God bless the reading of the word. This is one of our missions as a fellowship, is to send out churches, it's to launch out men to places where people are bound so that people can be set free through church planting. So this is what we do. Our ministry, a message I've entitled Freed from the Land of Slavery. We clearly see that God sees the oppression of his people who were in Egypt. And first of all, I want to look at the divine mission that demands that we go. Matthew chapter 24 verse 14, the Bible says, and this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to all the nations, and the end will come. So there is a need that the gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world, and there is a need that this gospel needs to go to all the nations. Secondly, I want to look at, does God, or God does not forget? God never forgets. God is not like man. He's not like you and I who can forget, who needs to be reminded. You and I were in bondage. You and I were enslaved. You and I were under the oppressive law of the enemy. God sent his son at the fullness of time. There's always a time that God moves in. There's always a time that God does things. The Bible tells us the story I began with. You see, things happened, and when the king of Egypt was told that the people had fled, the people had been released. And after all that, we know the 10 plagues. What happened is Pharaoh and his officials changed their minds and wanted to get the Israelites back. They said, what have we done? We have lost the Israelites' services. We need them back. You see what? You can be saved. But the devil is also saying he has lost your services. He wants you back. He wants you bound. He wants to come after your life. He wants to bring you back into bondage. That's what he wants. The Bible says, let your light shine, that people may glorify your Father in heaven for what he is doing in your life. Are you doing that this morning? Is your life being used as a light? Is your life being used as an example to bring light in a darkening world that we're living in?